All right, welcome back to the Cliff Ellis Show. Coach, I know you guys have another tough series, obviously going back on the road, now having to go to South Alabama. Just what are you really expecting out of that weekend? Obviously, they came here and you guys were able to sweep them last time around.
Yeah, we did, but I tell you, they were tough out. I mean, South Alabama is a very good basketball team. Their coach, Richie Riley, studied under us, got his start here, so he knows our system. He knows what we're going to bring to the table. I know that going in there is always a tough match because I used to coach there, so there's going to be people there that are going to try to see that we get beat and do all those kind of things. And, you know, Mobile has a special place in my heart because that was my first Division I job, and we had some great teams there. But I know it's a tough match. I tell you, this Michael Flowers now is about as good as it gets. He can play for anybody. He's hard to stop. And Coach Riley knows our system. That's an advantage to him. We're going to know what he does, and he's got good players. And anytime you go on the road, it's going to be tough. So I know it's going to be a tough match. We can look for a lot of things. They're a team that primarily zones, which is unlike any other team in our division. Most teams are man-to-man, play a little bit of zone, but this team is pretty much all zone, so we'll have to switch gears.
And then, too, I know you said you got your start there. Do you find any joy in that as a coach, you know, going back and kind of?
I think it's harder. You know, the places you go to, it's harder. You've got a lot of relationships that have developed, and, you know, I was also the AD there. There's just a lot of people now. It's been a long time ago. But I've got a lot of special memories in there, and those things, these are games that are kind of tougher on you because we're going in to win, but at the same point in time, you got special memories.
And then, too, I know you said you mentioned the zone. You guys were able to really counter that with Garrick. Are we expecting to see another, I guess, him have the same role again this time around?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a come-out game, and it was a great one. I sure hope he's on a roll again because he was the guy they left open.
Exactly. And then, too, I know you don't want to look too far ahead, but obviously after that you have, I mean, probably what will determine the Eastern Division when you guys go to App State, and obviously they come here. Just what are you really expecting out of that one as well?
Well, it's going to be a dogfight. Anytime you go up and play in that altitude, it's always tough, and there seems to be just naturally coming in from the Sun Belt, Appalachian State and Coastal Carolina is just a natural rivalry. So if there's a rivalry game, this is it.
And then also looking at the standings and everything, obviously you sit right behind them. Just how do you really feel the state of this conference as a whole and where you guys are in it?
Well, what I'm proud of is the fact that we've been able to get in games. You know, Georgia State has had a hard time. They've had a tougher time. Some of the teams on the other side, Texas State, I think Arkansas State and a few others. But the state of the fact that we've been able to play is amazing to me because I've seen so many cancellations. But the games we played have been good. The thing that's impressive to me is the fact that we played Georgia State. We were able to beat them. Yeah, they're going through some COVID. But they beat Georgia Tech at Georgia Tech. And I've seen Georgia Tech go and take Clemson out. I saw them take Duke to the wire, and I see that. So I think it's pretty good. And that's all you can do is analyze it from what somebody in our league has done. And the fact that Georgia State beat Georgia Tech, we beat Georgia State, that shows that the league is in pretty good shape.
And it should be an interesting finish to these next few weeks as we get closer to the conference tournament. That's all for the Cliff Ellis Show. We'll see you next weekend.
The Cliff Ellis Show is sponsored by HTC and Great Southern Wood.